Hello and welcome everyone. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Adam Cellini. Topping our news tonight, sad news out of Manatee County. A legend has passed away. The South Florida Museum calling Snooty the manatee's death, quote, a terrible accident. ABC 7's Erica Jackson is joining us live from the South Florida Museum in Bradenton to tell us what staff believe ended up killing the manatee. Erica?
Good evening, Adam. Yes, terrible and sad news here at the South Florida Museum. We're told museum staff came here around 8 a.m. this morning to perform a routine check on its resident manatees. But during their search, they couldn't find the world's oldest manatee, Snooty, inside of his tank.
It doesn't take a whole lot to realize the impact Snooty had on this community. Just look around you. He's been a part of the very fabric of our lives.
A legend in Manatee County, 69-year-old Snooty the manatee was loved by community members and visitors of all ages.
I just told her quietly because she kept pulling to want to go in and see Snooty, and I said, well, we have some sad news.
South Florida Museum staff confirmed on Sunday that Snooty died just hours after another world record-breaking birthday celebration. Museum Provost and COO Jeff Rogers explained Snooty was found Sunday in an underwater access hatch, past a panel door that's normally bolted shut, but had somehow been knocked loose, allowing Snooty to swim through.
The manatees had access to get into this tight area. The young manatees were able to get in and out of that, and it appears that Snooty was able to get into the area, but he was not able to extract himself.
The museum closed Sunday so staff can mourn, and investigators can try to determine what led to this heartbreaking accident. Snooty's veterinarian of more than 20 years will perform a necropsy at the Florida Fish and Wildlife's Mammal Pathobiology Lab in St. Petersburg to find out the official cause of Snooty's death. And we'll make sure to bring you any updates on that investigation and any updates on this case right here on ABC 7. Reporting live in Bradenton, Erica Jackson, ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
All right, Erica, thank you very much. We're now joined by Linda Carson, and Linda going through really just all of the file tape and stories today. I mean, countless Suncoast scenes for Snooty's birthday. You interacted with the official mascot a lot.
Yes, I love that guy. It's hard not to sit here and cry about it, but my heart goes out to the people who took care of him. His trainers, the people that have cared for him every day, all day long, all of these years. He was family to them. They loved him. Yeah. My heart just breaks for them. They did everything they possibly could for Snooty. And you know, he made a difference in this world. Sitting right up there in Bradenton, he made a difference. Laws were changed because people loved Snooty and they began to look at other manatees. And so laws were changed to protect other manatees. So Snooty made a big difference in this world. Of course, you've known him longer than I have.
I know, because 40 years ago, when I started on the air at Channel 44, or Channel 40 at the time, we did stories about the manatees, and we were doing stories especially about Snooty. And I remember sitting poolside with this beautiful, beautiful being, and he was just gentle. He was just this gentle soul. He would come up, the trainers would call him over to the side of the pool. You could feed him, you could pet him. He was just this gentle, lovely, lovely light.
And he was so smart. He would see you come in.
Yes.
And he would follow you all the way around.
He
and then he would try to climb up and get in your space. And he always wanted to kiss you. I was told not to do that. And he loved a camera. He was just like us. A little camera came in and he would go to it. A big camera, he headed for the big camera.
Absolutely. Now, unfortunately, Snooty was the target of several hoaxes as well over the years. We'd always get the stories about Snooty's death, and then the South Florida Museum would confirm it. And to be honest, I mean, I think a lot of us were waiting for that today. We were waiting for them to confirm, no, this is just a hoax, it didn't happen. But I mean, what was it like, you know, once that really sunk in?
I just never thought it could happen. Of course, we don't think that about things that we love, and we really love Snooty, but you know, people were watching him because manatees usually live just a few years in the wild.
That's right.
And at 69 he was setting world records, and the scientists were learning so much about Snooty. So every day he could live meant a lot to science. So he was very important, and people are watching him in other countries. You know, there was a camera in there.
There you go.
He loved his camera. There was a camera in there, and they were watching him all over the world. So people are mourning all over the world right now.
Absolutely. I mean, what an ambassador for, you mentioned his species, but also just the Suncoast. We've seen letters come in from the Grand Canyon, and people have Snooty stuffed animals they'll take pictures with from time to time, right? and we just know how heartbreaking it truly is. And you know what? You saw him in his element, really, around other people too. I mean, what was it like when it was a packed house in there? And I mean, how was he interacting with the community?
Snooty didn't know he was a manatee. He came there as a baby, and he never saw another manatee until 30, 40 years.
Yeah, that's true.
So he just thought he was another person. So he was surrounded by his friends. Everybody loved him. That's the good thing. Everybody loved him, so he never knew anything but love. So we can take comfort from that.
Absolutely.
And this was a wonderful situation where you had the human interaction that was a positive outcome for this beautiful mammal. And so we get an opportunity to see that we can make a difference. As people, we can make a difference in the lives of these gorgeous, gorgeous creatures.
And we'll never forget him.
Absolutely. And as close as many get to a manatee, you know, you're not supposed to obviously touch them in the wild, but Snooty was just everyone's friend.
He was lovable.
He was everybody's
really
buddy.
was.
Well, as you mentioned, people just across the Suncoast and the world are responding today to the tragic news. Viewers and many more commenting on our Facebook page. Here's a few of them. Sherry posting, "My family has been visiting Snooty since 1986 when they decided Snooty needed a bigger pool. And years ago, when my daughter was 9, she went to school in Ohio, asked her teacher if she could sell her toys to help raise money for that new pool. The teacher allowed the sale, and all of those proceeds went to Snooty's new pool." Another person commenting, "I am so saddened by this turn of events, especially because it was not a natural death." Certainly something we're all coming to grips with. And then Marcia wonders, why is it that negligence is now called an accident? People are negligent in doing their jobs and duties. People die, animals die, but it's never anyone's fault. Everything is an accident. If the staff kept him safe, he would not be dead. We are certainly not making any assumptions and waiting for these investigations to play out. And if you would like to leave your own comment, memories, and or photos with Snooty, you can do so by putting them right on our Facebook page. Well, gloomy weather to match a very somber mood today. Wendy Ross, I think we could all tell by the way the day started that something was up.
It was just so sad. It's just very, very sad. And what we are looking at right now is the weather is reflecting the mood, as you can tell. We do have cloudy skies out there right now. Most of the rain has come to an end. A couple of showers are still located out here in the Gulf of Mexico, but they're dissipating as they dive on down towards the south and east. And we're not looking at rainfall right now across our region, but we certainly have had plenty of rain over the past several hours. Early this morning, we saw very strong thunderstorms once again right over the northwestern corner of Manatee County, producing almost 2 inches of rainfall. And then as we come on down, you can see an inch here, and then you have to go a little farther to the east to see some more rains developing. But it was not a very strong rain day today, as much as it was just a lot of cloudy weather. And for the rest of this evening, what we're likely to see are maybe a couple of showers that will pop on in, and that will be between 8 and 9 o'clock. And then after that, we're going to be left with partly cloudy to mostly cloudy skies. Temperatures are going to be dropping down into the upper 70s for the most part until about 11 o'clock. We'll let you know what we can expect for tomorrow's forecast. There are some changes coming to this forecast. We'll let you know what they are in just a few minutes, Adam.
All right, Wendy, thank you very much. And more on Snooty's passing. We spoke with Manatee County Commissioner Priscilla Trace, who is a native of Manatee County and remembers visiting Snooty as a child herself. Trace calling Snooty a mascot for the community and for his species. The celebrity sea cow became a symbol of tourism and a reason for many to visit our area.
He was the brand recognition of Manatee County. And people always, when they came to Manatee, let's face it, he's cute. And people think of Manatee, they think of when they think of Manatee County, they think of the manatees. And they may not personally know Snooty, but he was an emblem of Manatee County.
And just as in his death, Snooty's birth was also a landmark moment for his species. And after moving to Bradenton just a year later, Snooty has helped welcome more than 1 million visitors to the Suncoast.
The life of the oldest known manatee in the world started 69 years ago in Miami on this old Danish warship turned aquarium. The first recorded birth of a manatee in human care. A year later, Snooty made his first trip to Bradenton for the 1949 DeSoto celebration, becoming a permanent resident with the South Florida Museum by the year's end. After moving to the museum's new location in 1966, he began to build his legacy. In 1982, reaching millions of homes as part of a Captain Kangaroo documentary on the species. He would also aid scientific breakthroughs, once when a hydrophone was placed in his tank to help research researchers discover manatee vocalization and once again aiding scientists studying the manatee's ability to hear. In 1998, Snooty would get his first tank mate, Newton, and would host 33 other friends as part of the Manatee Rehabilitation Network. His birthdays became a must-see annual tradition in Bradenton, and by 2015, Guinness World Records officially named him the oldest living manatee in captivity, along the way touching lives both physically and from miles away across the globe.
Here on ABC7, a new face set to join the Manatee County School Board. A look at how the newly appointed board member is hoping to make an impact on local education. And troopers investigate a fatal I-75 crash in Northport that shut down southbound lanes for hours. More on what happened coming up after the break.
If you're only hungry for a slice of apple pie, why buy the whole pie? And you certainly wouldn't want to pay for an all-you-can-eat buffet. So if you don't use your cell phone that much, why get charged for a plan that's too big or even an unlimited plan? Luckily, there's still a wireless company that shares your values. Welcome to Consumer Cellular. Our average customer pays about $25 a month for everything they need. Many pay even less, as plans start at just $10 a month. You'll get a straightforward bill that's easy to understand, with no surprises, and all the attention you deserve from our friendly customer service team. No wonder Consumer Cellular has received J.D. Power Awards for highest customer service. Plus, if you're an AARP member, you'll receive special discounts. It's easy to switch. You can even keep your phone and your number. So stop paying for more than you need and start your 30-day risk-free trial today. Call 800-457-2317, go online, or visit a Target store today.
Here's something we bet you didn't know. Nearly half of all cancers can be prevented. That's right, half. Nearly 50%, mostly by making small everyday changes in your diet and controlling your weight, walking more, eating less, and eating foods that help you and your family to seriously reduce the risk of cancer. And of course, by not smoking. Visit the Cancer Prevention Together We Can website and get a free 30-day planner filled with tips, recipes, stats, and more about protecting your family. Go to prevent50.org.
Your daughter just had her first breakup. Do you A, put yourself in her shoes? B, console her?
Don't worry, sweetie. This is gonna happen a lot.
Or C, find her a new boyfriend?
Nice, single boys. That was weird.
As a parent, there are no perfect answers. But you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
Attention! Royal Seas Cruises has just announced their deal of the day, a $99 Caribbean cruise for 2 people. This amazing cruise deal to the Bahamas is only available to the first 500 callers who register in your area today. So get ready to write down this number and act fast. We know that the best type of traveler is a repeat guest. So we're offering this $99 Caribbean cruise to prove it. That's $99 per couple, including your stateroom, all your delicious meals, full spa, live entertainment, 3 kids clubs, and more. Come see why we were voted one of the top 10 best overall cruises by Cruise Critic. We're so sure you'll enjoy yourself and become a repeat customer that you're getting this deal of the day for the unbelievable low price of just $99 per couple. But you've got to act fast. Pick up the phone and be one of the first 500 callers to take the Caribbean cruise of a lifetime for just $99 per couple. Call right now or log on to royalcruisenow.com.
Call 800-906-0489.
Welcome back. There's a new face on the Manatee County School Board. Florida Governor Rick Scott appointing Bradenton healthcare executive and former teacher Scott Hopes to fill a vacancy on the board. He will be replacing Karen Carpenter, who resigned in June. Hope says his goal for the school district is to boost student success rates and make the district as a whole more financially efficient.
We always taught our children that no matter what you do, you go into it and you do the best that you can possibly do. So I think we're faced with a number of dilemmas. I mean, I'm very quantitative in my approach, and there is a science to determining what changes need to be made to get the desired outcome.
Hopes will be facing his first election in that seat in 2018. And now to a follow-up on the fatal accident that closed down the southbound lanes on I-75 in Northport for hours last night. Those lanes back open overnight. The Florida Highway Patrol releasing more details, saying a driver heading northbound on I-75 just 4 miles before North Toledo Blade around 9 p.m. went off the roadway and into the grass, struck a guardrail, and then flipped into the southbound lanes. Debris struck a southbound vehicle. Luckily, no one in that second vehicle was injured. The driver who flipped, however, was pronounced dead at the scene. Their identities have not yet been released pending the notification of next of kin. That incident is currently under investigation. A terrible discovery in Texas overnight. A human smuggling operation uncovered after an observant employee called police. A tractor trailer hauling human cargo, at least 9 people dead, dozens more in need of medical attention. ABC's Kenneth Moten is in Texas with more.
What happened in this big rig truck parked at a Texas Walmart is now considered a crime.
We're looking at a human trafficking crime.
Just after midnight Sunday morning, a store employee called San Antonio police. He told officers a disoriented man approached him, asking for water. When police arrived, they opened the back of the tractor trailer and found dozens of people inside, including children.
The air conditioning was not working, so everyone was removed.
First responders say the 30 survivors were hot to the touch, showing signs of heat stroke and dehydration. It quickly became a race against time.
We utilized helicopters to fly patients out. We utilized at least 7 area hospitals to transport these people out.
Officials looked at the store surveillance video, which showed vehicles arriving and picking up people from the truck. It is not an uncommon crime in Texas. Earlier this month, a police officer found 12 people stuck in the back of an unair-conditioned box truck. One of the deadliest cases on record happened in Victoria, Texas back in 2003, when 19 people locked in a stifling hot big rig died. In this most recent case, authorities have taken the driver into custody, and the U.S. attorney says he will be charged.
The South Texas heat is punishing this time of year. These people were helpless in the hands of their transporters.
Immigration and Customs Enforcement, along with Homeland Security, are now involved in the investigation. Kenneth Moten, ABC News, San Antonio.
Well, back here on the Suncoast, Wendy, it's certainly a gloomy start to the day. A lot of rain, a little bit of thunder and lightning, at least by my place in Bradenton. But
a lot of people experienced that.
It's almost like, you know, we were saying earlier, it ties back into the horrible news we got about Snooty. Like, it was just like almost meant to be. It was just a gloomy all-around day.
It really was, and the whole weekend has been gloomy. Although yesterday we were talking about his birthday and how excited we were, and the thousands of people who would come to see him. And now here he is, just a day later. It's just so tragic. Well, we are looking at cloudy skies right now. You can see this is taking place on our tower cam. But earlier today, and of course over the weekend, we have had plenty of rainfall. And most of the showers that have fallen really have taken place in pockets around the area in terms of how much rain has fallen. And you can see that we're looking at amounts that range anywhere from 1.5 inches all the way up to 3.5 inches of rainfall. So it's just in pockets that we're getting this. Other places, much less rain. Some people not even getting any rain. But for the most part, everyone has experienced either cloudy weather or rainy conditions throughout the day, with some scattered thunderstorms that have come on in all weekend long. But we're going to start to get a little bit of a change. We still have those winds coming in out of the southwest, and so as that happens again tomorrow, we are going to see those showers and thunderstorms starting up along the coastline, and they'll begin to make that drift towards the east, just as they've done over the past couple of days. They will continue to do that for tomorrow, but the rain chances are going to get diminished as we start to see some drier air begin to move on in. So what's happening is that by tomorrow morning, once again, we've got the showers and thunderstorms. They're going to be affecting the coastline, and then they're going to start to make their way on in east of I-75. We'll see pockets of these showers coming on through. And then beginning during the afternoon hours, we're going to start to see things clearing out. And the cloud cover also will begin to lift as well. You'll notice there won't be so much out here in the Gulf by 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and on land the showers will have moved well to the east and we'll be left with partly cloudy skies. So we can expect to see those temperatures back up very close to 90 degrees for many locations, and what we are going to expect for the rest of today is that as the evening wears on all the way into the overnight time period, we're looking at only a 20% chance of rain. It spikes at 4 o'clock in the morning with those morning showers coming back in, but then again things will start to recede. Now, because we had so much in the way of cloud cover today, we only got up to a high of 86 with the overnight low of 73 degrees, and right now it's 84 degrees. We've got plenty of sunshine at the airport. Humidity is high at 69%. Winds are calm right now, and as far as the tropics go, it's still very, very quiet, and it's expected to be quiet for the next several days. So for tomorrow, if you're heading out to the beach, just keep in mind the morning is not going to be so great. Winds will be in out of the south at 10 knots, seas 1 to 2 feet, a light chop out on the bay, and our temperature will be 89 degrees. The Gulf water temperature 88 degrees. And for tonight, we're going to get those scattered storms, but all of that starts to diminish. An overnight low of 75 degrees is going to be in the forecast. And then tomorrow, we're expecting to see a 40% chance of rain. It's that morning spike. And then after that, we're going to start to see our rain chances diminish down to a 20 to 30% chance. That will be true on Tuesday and Wednesday, and we get back up again Thursday and Friday. Adam?
Now, sports.
Golfer Jordan Spieth was looking to win his third leg of a career Grand Slam at the 146th British Open, but it would not be easy. Starting Sunday's round with a 3-stroke lead, Spieth would struggle with 4 bogeys before this tee shot on hole number 13, and it wasn't much better. He would end up finishing that hole with a bogey and losing the lead to Matt Kuchar, but Spieth turning it on the very next hole. He goes birdie, eagle, and 2 birdies on the last 4 holes of the tournament, and that's good enough for his 3rd major win in his career.
That was a difficult thing to do today because it was just so up and down. I mean, I'm starving, you know. It's just today took as much out of me as any day that I've ever played golf.
60. The 23-year-old is the 2nd youngest player to get that 3rd Grand Slam win at the age of 23. He is right behind the iconic Arnold Palmer. Well, U.S. men's soccer is going to the Ship Saturday night against Costa Rica. Clint Dempsey taking, we'll have a bit of a technical difficulty. We'll have to get to that highlight in our later shows tonight. For now, stick around. We have more coming up right after this break.
This is an important message for anyone with Medicare. You may be eligible for an all-in-one Medicare plan that combines hospital, medical, and prescription drug coverage together with extra benefits that may include dental, vision, hearing aids, and much more. Some of these plans have a $0 monthly premium regardless of your income. That's right. For one low plan premium, or in some cases a $0 premium, you may be able to get coverage for your hospital visits, doctor appointments, prescription drugs, routine dental care, eyeglasses and contact lenses, hearing aids, and possibly more. Today may be the first time you've heard about this type of Medicare plan. The advisors at the Medicare.com helpline are licensed insurance agents who will explain more when you call. Call now to see if you qualify. Call the number on your screen now. Call now to see if you qualify for these benefits. You worked hard for your Medicare. Now is the time for your Medicare to work hard for you. Not affiliated with or acting on behalf of any government agency or program.
I knew I could get myself out of this. I just needed some hope and some help.
I took the first step to recovery when I made the call.
If you're depressed, drinking, and using drugs, you may need help.
And the Affordable Care Act guarantees coverage of substance abuse.
Call the Addiction, Hope, and Helpline now for a free assessment.
I had problems just getting to sleep, drinking and using pills every night.
I feel like I'm losing control. I'm afraid I'll lose my job or even my family.
Are you losing hope? You can recover and get back on track. Call now for hope and help with proven, gentle recovery programs.
I never thought that I could be somebody who didn't drink and use drugs.
I have something to hold on to for strength. I'm in recovery, getting the help I need.
Call the Addiction, Hope, and Helpline now for a free assessment with someone who cares.
Call 1-800-764-8708. That's 1-800-764-8708.
Because my parents told me I have to be responsible.
Because my first coach told me, you can do this.
Because my boss showed me how to do a good job.
Because my teacher helped me see the choices.
I'm swimming faster than I ever dreamed.
I am a valuable employee.
I discovered that I could work as an artist.
I will be whatever I want to be.
Youth with disabilities should grow up expecting to work and succeed. For more information, visit whatcanyoudocampaign.org.
I am powerful beyond my wildest imagination.
I will define my future.
I will keep challenging myself to improve.
Because I am a future leader of this great nation.
I will make a difference in my community.
I will not settle for simply chasing my dreams, I will achieve them.
Because I was given a chance.
An opportunity.
At Family, Career, and Community Leaders of America.
The ultimate leadership experience.
Join us. We'll build a new future together.
Start your day with a new Good Morning Suncoast team. Weekdays starting at 5 a.m.
And now to our weekend box office. The Warner Brothers film Dunkirk takes the #1 spot this weekend with $50.5 million. Universal's Girls Trip coming in ahead of expectations for an R-rated comedy with over $30 million. And Spider-Man Homecoming swings into third place with $22 million. And it's Christopher Nolan in Dunkirk. You can't go wrong there. That guy just doesn't make bad movies.
No, I know. Isn't that true? Those are very realistic, aren't they?
Yeah, he does a good job. Does a good job. Really cares. Yeah. Well, Wendy, you and I were talking earlier. This is kind of turning into Where Were You type day. You know, it's going to be, I think, one we remember for a long time.
I know it will be. And Snooty, you will be missed, Snooty. You will be missed.